So what I wanted to ask you is, you were in the emergency department a few weeks ago,
A few months ago. Yeah.
months ago,
Mhm.
before you ended up in the critical care unit. And I'm interested in your experience, in particular, whether there was anything in your care that you think could have been done better. You know, given your unique circumstances where you are using ventilatory support virtually 24 hours a day. Why were you in the emergency in the first place?
I had an attack of diverticulitis. So when I just took the ambulance to the hospital, where I usually go if I'm sure I might be there for a while, or even overnight, I bring my BiPAP with me. But on this occasion, it was only I was off by the time I got there that evening. It was into Friday, so over that night I didn't get it either, and then was moved. But by I left the next day on Friday, I guess with the pain, they put me on some heavy medication, so I didn't really think much about breathing as a priority at that point.
You didn't really notice it much because
No,
you were
yeah.
more sedated and on pain medications?
Probably, but it was just by luck. That evening, one of the respirologists that I seen on my past visits recognized me.
A respirologist or a respiratory therapist?
Oh, a respiratory therapist, sorry.
Yeah.
Recognized me from past visits I'd made.
So were you using your mouthpiece at the time?
I was, but I didn't come in with my wheelchair, so
Okay.
they wouldn't have seen that part.
So
But I had brought in, like I say, the BiPAP with me.
were you able to use it? Or was it offered to you?
No.
So how many hours did you go without ventilation?
Well, I only do it overnight. Plus that, I guess you're right. It would have been at least almost 24 hours.
And so how many hours do you usually go without ventilation?
If I'm lucky, I can do maybe 1.5 hours, maybe.
And then
well,
what makes you feel like you have to go back on the ventilator, use the mouthpiece or the mask?
you get tightness in the chest, or I can feel myself out of breath, or I start losing my voice.
And then that feels better when you go back on the ventilator?
You know, it helps, yes.
So did you feel that way when you were without the ventilator? Or do you think you didn't because you were on medication?
Well, again, I'm thinking only out loud that it could have been the medication at that point. I didn't really push that I was on a ventilator when I went in, but I did bring it, like I say, bring it with me. So I don't know, I guess that wasn't enough of a clue there.
You brought the bi-level with you, so
Yeah.
you thought that would be a clue it was necessary.
Well, I guess I
Okay.
never,
So on your part, do you think there was anything differently you could have done to improve your care?
yeah, I should have spoken up and said, I'm on a BiPAP and I needed it, and went sleeping or even.
Were you in a lot of pain? Like, was it really difficult for you to think about your own care and express that?
That could have been contributing to it, but again, totally discounting, could have said something. Again, concentrating on the pain more than the.
Do you think if you had come in with a primary breathing complaint as opposed to abdominal pain or diverticulitis, that things might have transpired differently?
I don't really know. I can't really answer that.
Okay. And so what do you think we could have done better?
We as a whole, as a hospital.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about the fact that you feel you didn't get exactly the care that you should have, what should have been done? What should have been done that would have been more appropriate?
Well, again, I'm just thinking out loud. Can something be done to flag a person now when with the technology they're having access to my file, because I always come to the general.
Mm-hmm.
That would flag that, I don't know, it's that someone is very necessary to have the BiPAP and they.
Like an alert, some
Alert.
sort of a patient-specific alert that comes up.
Yeah.
And do you have any information that you can bring to the hospital?
Well, that's what I'd like to, I think would have been another, whether that really pays attention, but I guess if it was from yourself or somebody they knew in the hospital, I think that
Right.
would probably help.
So you have clear records on the emergent or on the electronic medical record that indicate your position, but those wouldn't be readily accessed or available until it was, until they were felt to be necessary.
Oh, they don't know.
So having some kind of a communication tool that says this is who I am, this is the circumstance I'm in, and what I need would be helpful, wouldn't it?
I carry it on my person all the time.
Yeah.
Almost like a medical alert, but obviously.
Yeah.
But
With more detail.
Yeah.
So I am going to commit to you that on your behalf and the behalf of others who may end up in the emergency department, that we will try and improve the way that we manage folks like you. I know that there have been efforts to try to have alerts in the charts, and so those are ongoing. But I think we also need a mechanism that's standardized for you to be able to present immediate emergency information.
When you bring that up, it means that I think then an order might be the medical alert again. Use that as saying either that's what you're on and the alert that's what it means, that you should be on a BiPAP.
Yeah.
Or have that sheet paper or extra one for specific.
So anybody that's on a bi-level device at home when they're well should probably be on a bi-level device in hospital when they're sick.
Yes, for sure.
We can agree on that?
Yeah.
Visit our website at www.canventottawa.ca for additional comprehensive information.